It's done. It's official. We have officially wrapped the very first week of our homeschool year for the 2025-2026 homeschool year. And if you recall, we have done this now. We are in our 9th year of homeschooling, and we have a 4th grader and an 8th grader, and we have successfully finished our very first week of the homeschool year. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you're new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4, and I just told you everything else you need to know. This video is about my first impressions from the new homeschool year, so let's go. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Just to clear a few things up, I'm in a corner I haven't filmed in a little while, and I'm kind of like in a weird position. So back of slot machine, we keep it turned around because it's got a little bit of an alignment issue and we need to bring in a specialist to get it fixed. That way nobody uses it because it gets jammed. And side of bookcase. Also dressed fancy for theater tickets later. So that answers all of those questions that I knew you were having. Anyways, let's move in. I am going to start. I have my cheat sheets because without it, my brain, it is not a thing. So we started early, okay? So we started the very first Monday of August. We started August 4th. So I am filming this. You guys know we do 4-day weeks. I'm filming this on the afternoon of the 7th. So we have just officially wrapped. And in classic homeschool fashion, this week was wild. We started school on Monday. My big kid has shows all week in the evening. And immediately day 2, we'd been invited to a birthday party, a homeschool friend's birthday party. So it was in the middle of the day, which was fantastic. You know, there's always something on. She had a matinee on the Wednesday. It's like a whole thing. Have we had a normal day yet? Monday counts. Monday counts as a normal day. And then because it's the end of our first week of homeschool, we have to go and embrace the last full day that I've actually talked about it before on my other channel, but Palm Beach at Moody Gardens, we love to go there. Absolutely love to go there. And it is the last weekday that they are open before they close because it's the end of summer and the schools around here start back next week, and so they will not be open on the weekdays. So we're going to go embrace the last weekday that we can get in some fun summer vibes heading on down to Galveston and the beach. So I am filming this today because I already look cute to go out in public later, and because if I don't get it done, it won't get done. So right now is the best time to do it, right? It's great if it was already done, but the next best time is now. So now is where we are. I'm going to start with our Mom and Me Monday subjects. So you guys recall, we are putting a little bit of our family subjects. We usually do the Mom and Me Monday approach, which is where we just do everything that needs to be done together, or anything that's really heavy mom focused, we prioritize on Monday to kick off our week. Works really well for us. One of the things that we are doing differently is we are doing Black American history through Crash Course. Don't worry, I'm going to deep dive everything as soon as I can. Okay, so Black American history through Crash Course is something that we are tackling as a family because public school kids, my husband and I, could really benefit from the things that are taught, the lessons that are learned, the different perspectives that are provided. And so far, we love it. We absolutely love it. We sat down together and did it as a family, and it is really amazing. We've made it through the preview and the first episode. Same thing for Crash Course Geography, not as a whole family, but the 3 of us are operating or watching it during the day. Really great. CNN 10 has kicked back off. We're doing that daily, which is really great. Animal a Day, we're doing daily. It gives you tons of animal information, and my youngest is just so happy. She loves it so much. I quite enjoy it because I'm learning some fun, kind of crazy facts about animals that you just wouldn't expect. The giant bustard was a really entertaining read this week. So we are having a really good time. We did start with High Gas Fee. We will push the Crash Course art history until after High Gas Fee, and my kids love the high gas fee. See, there's always somebody who asks. I'm going to try to put it on the screen. High gas fee. It stands for Have I Got a Story for You? And that is one of the products that we do source from Timberdoodle. And so that is where we got that. And it is 12 like video lessons, and there's flashcards and all kinds of things that can go along with it. And my kids just really enjoy it. And we have now done, this is the last level that they offer. We've done Baroque and Renaissance, Impressionist, and now Post-Impressionism is where we are. So my kids, again, really, really enjoy the high gas fee series. So we have done that. We broke out the Lego Science. Guys, it is so cool. It is so cool, and it makes me so happy because it was quite the large investment. So it is really good to feel like the kids are enjoying it and having fun with it, and they want to do it, and it is checking all of the boxes, and that I am very thankful for because, again, really big investment on that one, but so far paying off. So I'm really, really, really pleased with that. Let me see if there's anything else on our Mondays that we are tackling together. Okay, I think that's the last like togetherness. I'm gonna start with 4th grade. Of course, I'll put video chapters on this so you can find the timestamp that you want. Okay, let's start with 4th grade. So Michael Clay Thompson, she is in the grammar town. She's in the town level, which is the 2nd official level beyond Poodle. So there's Poodle Island, and now we've moved into town, which is understanding how to write a good sentence. So there's going to be a bit more expected of her this year for writing, which I think is okay. We are there, and she is a 4th grader. You guys know I don't focus heavily on writing early. It just doesn't suit us, and so far I feel really justified. I do have a kid in 8th grade now, and it so far is working out for us, and so I feel very justified in my approach. I think there's just a lot of emphasis placed on really formulaic writing to give us a product instead of allowing kids to enjoy it, and so that is one of the many reasons that we love the Michael Clay Thompson Language Arts. I have videos here on this channel dedicated, and we'll have more coming very soon. Again, I will have curriculum-specific videos coming soon for this year. Love it. So we started with Grammar Town, and we're just reading through the first chapter right now, which is a refresh of the 8 parts of speech. So far, great. We also started, my kids are keeping a vocabulary journal, which I'm encouraging them to practice their spelling and their handwriting in as they do their vocabulary from Michael Clay Thompson. So she's now moved into Caesar's English. So her vocabulary, it is drawing back to the stems from before, but also words, big words that she's going to start encountering in her literature this year. And she is halfway through Alice in Wonderland, which, I mean, we're reading to her. It's a read aloud, but halfway through that. So really big start, kickoff on Michael Clay Thompson. We did start Alice early over summer, to be fair. Okay, math, you see, we are in the epsilon level, which is fractions. And so far, she's only done the first lesson because we were 1 week in, but first impressions going really well. I love the Math EC program. My intent for her is that we will probably drop it at pre-algebra and look into something else based on the trajectory that my older kid had with the program. So with this one, we will probably just go ahead and swibberoo it up a bit once we get into those higher level maths. But as of right now, first impression, love it. Okay, she is also doing Myrtle Jr., which is so cute. So the thinking books, they're called Myrtle, and they're solving a crime, and it's like little logic puzzles and like critical thinking. Just do one a day, nothing very serious, kind of like a workbook style, and she's loving it because her sister has done Myrtle, and so she was really excited to get her own Myrtle. For a couple of more daily, like 1 page a day workbooks, she also has Skill Sharpeners Geography. I gave her the option, since we are doing another geography, if she wanted to continue it, and she does. And they go through level 6, so 6th grade. I will allow her to keep it as long as she wants to, not forcing her to do it, but do a page a day. And she just genuinely enjoys the information and having something she can do on her own. With a big sister kind of ramping up into things that take a lot more time, it's nice to have a little bit of that kind of time filler so that the time spent a day is a little bit evened out. And she also has the Evan Moore Animals Workbook. It is the last in their series. I got a copy as like a review copy of the previous level, and she just like sat down and like worked out the whole thing so quickly. And so she was very adamant that she wanted to do that again this year. So she's doing that as well. And she's already through the first sea otter. She's already through sea otter, the first animal. So I don't think it's going to hang on very long before she has just completely finished it. But you guys know she's big animal lover, big animal lover. So 4th grade so far is shaping up to be really awesome. And I'm really happy to say that. I'll get to my own feelings here in a minute. Okay, 8th grade. 8th grade, we've jumped off. We have started with the advanced academic writing, which the way that I divided that out, I know I'm going to talk about it in a dedicated video, but there are 4 big essay assignments. So like 3 pages, not 10 pages, but not like 5 paragraphs. So 4 big essay assignments. And so my intent is that she will take probably about 6 weeks for each one. So like studying, outline, with a week to circle back and re-edit, things like that. So based on that, reading the information, there's a lot of information. So proofreading, marks, MLA standards, how to cite. I basically have divided our homeschool year into 5 chunks so that we can get reading the information is one of the chunks, and then it will be assignments. So she's doing that all year long. She has started reading, I think, The Time Machine. She wants to read The Christmas Carol over Christmas, which will just be perfect for her. And then we also did start the word within the word vocabulary study. And it jumps up so high from the previous vocabulary study to this. And even just because I do have 2 kids in 2 like real Michael Clay Thompson levels, like reading one grammar book, the print is huge and there's massive margins and there's not a lot on the page. Just switching over with the big kid, I mean, the bigger it gets, the smaller that print gets, the more they pack on a page, the meatier the stuff is. And so we are also reading more about grammar again, but this time it's going into, kinds of nouns. And it is really ramping up. So that is where we are. And the words, holy Toledo, there are 30 word lists, meaning for us, the way we like to do our homeschool schedule, it's like a full, 20, 30 word list every week. But sidebar, Texas auto admits the top 10% of a class to state schools, or can. Sometimes there's exceptions, whatever. They have now started accounting for homeschool kids. And so they are putting out their homeschool requirements for auto admit. And almost all of them have very high ACT and SAT scores, which is where I know Michael Clay Thompson, the vocabulary studies, the word studies, the STEM studies, understanding what a word means because you can pick out the root words. This is going to serve us so incredibly well. We'll have more on that coming up because, she's heading into high school next year. So this is a big focus for us now. But I'm really happy. Denison geometry. So far, she has done this 100% on her own. It has only been a review so far of the algebra taught before, because you keep in mind, we're just in the first week. And I think to date, she's only missed 1 problem the entire week. So she is really happy. She's loving it, but I haven't actually seen it happen. So I trust her that she's doing it, but I'm going to need to check on that because as far as I know, she's sitting down at her own little desk in her own little quiet space and just whipping it out. So she is pleased. So therefore I am pleased. And she is loving math so far this year because it's easy. So once it ramps up, gets a little harder, we'll see. But right now, super happy. Myrtle 2. I think she's currently actually working through the rest of Myrtle 1 because it bothered her. She hadn't finished it. I'm not asking her to. I told her she can switch over whenever she wants. I don't care. I am happy to just burn the pages and move on with life, but I'm going to let her take that as she chooses. Okay, so that is actually it for her individualized lessons is just those 3. Something else that we have been doing this week is working through our big life journals because when I talked about those kind of life skills that we're missing, a lot of you recommended to me executive functioning was what I needed to be looking up. And then big life journals was a huge recommendation. So I will post a video on them just to kind of give you my feelings and such once we get a little bit more into it. We haven't gotten very far into it yet. So I don't feel like that would be complete, but so far it's good. Okay, so my feelings this week. I am so happy. We have had an amazing week. And I mean, the kids have been happy. I've been happy. It makes me feel so incredibly justified in the new approach that we are taking heading into this year, with just trying to do more with less, but also prioritizing their individual interests. And I am so pleased. I cannot describe to you how refreshing isn't quite the right word, but it's the closest one I feel like I can get. How refreshing it is to have this good of a solid start to a homeschool year. And I don't know if we just needed it after summer. I don't know. Okay, you guys know we were out of our house for a couple weeks because of the AC issue. So maybe it's just finally all starting to like click together. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it just feels really good. And I'm really happy and I'm really pleased and it's going great. So first impressions is that we are all agreeable. We are all actually enjoying school. We are happy and we are excited to continue. So you guys know I plan 34 weeks a year, 1 down, 33 to go. I just hope we can keep it up. Keep the good vibes. They won't last, but keep the momentum, okay? Because the motivation will wane. We got to keep the momentum. I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, I will have the individual pieces coming at you as soon as I can, probably starting in September. So let me know what you want to see. Some of them are just like a one-time look at, like the skill sharpeners, geography. But I think some of them, especially the Michael Clay Thompson, I might, you know what, this year might be the year. I might do an overview and then break out the pieces like the writing, things like that. I feel really called to discuss Denison and how people say it's like remedial math. I have big feelings on that, but we will get a deep dive. I like to do language arts and math in the beginning and then again at the end because it's kind of the more important subjects. And I definitely want to give you a hard look into the Lego science because it's costly. So that is a very big decision to make. And so I feel like you need to know how I feel and if it's working or if it's not working. And that's a big one for me. So yeah. That's it. It's all coming at you. It's coming fast. Congratulations if you are a year-round schooler and you're about to transition to your next year. Congratulations if you are just proud of yourselves for getting to summer. Congratulations if you are starting your new year. Congratulations if that isn't even on your radar yet. Congratulations. You are a homeschool parent in all likelihood, those of you demographically who watch me, and you're just doing great. I think you're awesome. And so far, my year has kicked off really amazingly, and I'm so thankful. Bye, guys.